Welcome to the fascinating world of plant physiology, a branch of biology that explores the vital life functions and metabolism of plants. In this video, we will unravel how plants absorb water and minerals, the crucial roles of roots, and the mechanisms that keep plants alive and thriving. Understanding these processes not only helps us appreciate the complexity of plant life, but also reveals the intricate balance that sustains our environment. Let's embark on this journey to discover how plants manage their essential needs and support life on Earth. Roots do much more than just anchor plants in the soil. Their most vital function is to absorb water and mineral nutrients from the soil and transport them to the stem, leaves, flowers, and fruits. This absorption is essential for the plant's survival, growth, and productivity. Without roots performing this life-supporting role, plants would not be able to access the resources they need to carry out their metabolic activities. Let's take a closer look at how roots serve as the plant's lifeline, ensuring a steady supply of water and nutrients. Water is not just a component of plant cells, it is essential for several key processes. Plants need water for photosynthesis, where it acts as a raw material to produce glucose. Water is also crucial for transpiration, which helps cool the plant and create a suction force for nutrient movement. Additionally, water is involved in transporting substances throughout the plant and provides mechanical stiffness, keeping plant tissues firm and upright. Minerals, on the other hand, are vital for various metabolic activities and overall plant health. Photosynthesis is the process by which green leaves use water, along with carbon dioxide and sunlight, to synthesize glucose. Water acts as a raw material in this vital reaction, enabling plants to produce the energy they need to grow. Without sufficient water, photosynthesis cannot occur efficiently, leading to stunted growth and poor health. This highlights the indispensable role of water in the life of a plant, making it a cornerstone of plant physiology. Transpiration is the process where plants lose water vapor from their leaves, especially during hot weather. This evaporation not only cools the plant but also creates a suction force that helps draw more water and minerals up from the roots. The continuous movement of water through the plant is vital for nutrient transport and maintaining internal balance. Transpiration thus serves multiple purposes, making it a key physiological process in plants. Plants transport substances in water solution from the roots to the shoot, and from the leaves to other parts. Mineral salts move upward from the roots, while sugars produced in the leaves are distributed to growing regions and storage organs. This transportation system ensures that every part of the plant receives the nutrients and energy it needs to function properly. The movement of these substances is closely tied to the plant's water uptake and internal pressure. Water provides turgidity to plant tissues, making them stiff and upright. When plant cells are full of water, they become turgid, which is essential for maintaining the structure of leaves and stems. Without enough water, plants wilt and lose their firmness. This mechanical stiffness is not just about appearance. It is crucial for the plant's ability to capture sunlight and carry out photosynthesis efficiently. The root's ability to absorb water depends on three main characteristics: their enormous surface area, the concentration of cell sap in root hairs, and the thinness of root hair walls. Even a small plant can have a dense network of rootlets, greatly increasing the surface area for absorption. Root hairs contain cell sap with a higher concentration of dissolved salts than the surrounding soil water, setting up a gradient for water movement. Their thin, permeable walls allow water to move freely into the plant. Root hairs are extensions of the outer cells of the root, increasing the surface area for water absorption. They have large vacuoles filled with cell sap, which contains dissolved salts. The concentration of this sap is usually higher than that of the surrounding soil water, creating a gradient that favors water movement into the root hair. The thin cell wall and semi-permeable membrane of root hairs are key to their function, allowing water in while controlling the entry of larger molecules. Root hairs have two outer layers, a thin permeable cell wall and a semi-permeable cell membrane. The cell wall allows water and dissolved substances to move freely in and out, while the cell membrane selectively permits water molecules to pass through but restricts larger molecules. This selective permeability is crucial for the absorption of water from the soil, ensuring that only the necessary substances enter the plant cells. The process of absorbing water and minerals from the soil and conducting them upward through the plant involves five main phenomena: imbibition, diffusion, osmosis, active transport, and the roles of turgidity and flaccidity. Each of these mechanisms plays a unique role in ensuring that water and nutrients reach every part of the plant, supporting its growth and metabolic functions. Imbibition is the process by which plant cells, living or dead, absorb water due to surface attraction. This phenomenon can be observed when dry seeds swell upon soaking or when wooden doors expand during rainy weather. Imbibition is an important initial step in water absorption, especially for seeds and other plant structures that need to take up water rapidly. Diffusion is the free movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. This process occurs in gases, liquids, and solutions. In plants, diffusion helps distribute substances like gases and nutrients throughout the cells. For example, when potassium permanganate is added to water, it spreads evenly due to diffusion, illustrating how molecules move to achieve balance. Osmosis is the movement of water molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. This process is fundamental for water absorption in plants. When the surrounding solution is less concentrated, water moves into the cell endosmosis, causing it to swell. Conversely, when the solution is more concentrated, water moves out exosmosis, leading to cell shrinkage. A semi-permeable membrane allows certain molecules, like water, to pass through while blocking larger molecules. In plant cells, the cell membrane acts as this selective barrier. Materials like visquing bags and cellophane paper can also serve as semi-permeable membranes in experiments. If a rubber sheet is used, it blocks all movement, while a muslin cloth allows everything to pass, showing the importance of selective permeability in osmosis. Osmosis continues until the concentration of water molecules is equal on both sides of the membrane, reaching a state of equilibrium. At this point, the pressure from the rising water column balances the movement of water, and no net osmosis occurs. This balance is crucial for maintaining proper cell function and preventing excessive swelling or shrinkage. Osmotic pressure is the minimum pressure required to prevent the movement of pure solvent into a solution through a semi-permeable membrane. This pressure is a key factor in maintaining the balance of water in plant cells and is essential for their structural integrity and function. Tonicity refers to the relative concentration of solutions that determines the direction and extent of diffusion. There are three types: isotonic, where concentrations are equal and no osmosis occurs; hypotonic, where the outside solution is less concentrated, causing the cell to swell; and hypertonic, where the outside solution is more concentrated, causing the cell to shrink. Understanding tonicity helps explain how plant cells maintain their shape and function. Active transport is the movement of substances, such as ions and salts, from a region of lower concentration to a region of higher concentration through a living cell membrane. This process requires energy from the cell and is essential for absorbing nutrients like nitrates, sulfates, potassium, and other minerals that cannot pass freely through the membrane. Active transport ensures that plants can gather the nutrients they need, even against concentration gradients. Passive transport is the free movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration, without the need for cellular energy. This process allows water and some nutrients to enter plant cells naturally, complementing the more energy-intensive active transport mechanisms. Turgidity occurs when a plant cell is fully distended with water, making it rigid and stretched. The pressure exerted by the cell contents on the cell wall is called turgor pressure, while the pressure from the cell wall on the contents is wall pressure. When water is lost, the cell becomes limp or flaccid, a condition known as flaccidity. The reversal of plasmolysis, where the cell regains water, is called deplasmolysis. Plasmolysis is the contraction of the cytoplasm away from the cell wall due to water loss when placed in a hypertonic solution. The cell becomes flaccid, losing its tightness. Flaccidity is the opposite of turgidity and can be reversed if the cell absorbs water again, a process known as deplasmolysis. Turgidity provides rigidity to soft tissues like leaves, preventing wilting. It helps roots push through hard ground, as seen in mushrooms and seedlings. Turgor pressure in root cells builds up root pressure, which can be observed when water rises in a cut stem. Turgidity is also essential for the opening and closing of stomata, as well as rapid movements like the drooping of sensitive plant leaves. Root pressure is the force developed in the roots due to the continuous inward movement of water by osmosis. This pressure helps push water upward through the stem, especially in herbaceous plants. As turgid cells press against each other, the force increases, and when water reaches the xylem vessels, it enters with considerable pressure, aiding the ascent of sap. Guttation occurs when root pressure is high enough to force water all the way through the stem and out through the ends of leaf veins. This water appears as tiny drops along the leaf margins, especially in the early morning. Guttation is a way for plants to expel excess water, commonly seen in species like tomato, grass, banana, and ferns. Root hairs are crucial for water absorption. Their cell sap has a higher concentration of salts than the surrounding soil water, setting up osmosis that draws water into the root. They also play a role in the absorption of mineral elements, often through active transport. The upward movement of water and minerals occurs through the xylem, ensuring the plant receives essential nutrients. The upward movement of sap in plants is driven by four main forces: root pressure, capillarity, transpiration pull, and adhesion. Root pressure pushes sap up to a certain height. Capillarity allows water to rise in narrow xylem vessels. Transpiration pull, created by water loss from leaves, pulls more water upward. Adhesion helps water stick to cell surfaces, drawing more water from below, especially important in tall trees. A classic experiment to demonstrate conduction through xylem involves placing a plant stem in colored water. Over time, the color moves upward, showing the path of water through the xylem vessels. This experiment visually confirms the role of xylem in transporting water and minerals from roots to leaves. Another simple experiment shows that roots absorb water. By placing a plant with its roots in water and observing the decrease in water level, we can see the absorption process in action. This experiment highlights the essential role of roots in taking up water from the environment. In summary, plant physiology encompasses the vital processes that keep plants alive and thriving. From the absorption of water and minerals by roots to the transport and utilization of these resources, every step is crucial for plant growth and survival. Understanding these mechanisms not only deepens our appreciation for plant life, but also underscores the importance of plants in sustaining ecosystems and life on Earth.